video. And today I'll be going over four fragrances out of my $1,000 Cologne collection. I have got all my information in my trusty notebook. In this notebook, I have got the information on the main accords, the notes, the pros and cons, and what fragrance they get compared to the most. Now, I will state that my source is Fragrantica, not the most trustworthy of sites, as it is all people's opinions. Everything I say could be wrong, but then again, it could be right. So, don't take everything I say 100% truthfully, if that makes sense. Okay. So the first fragrance we got is, do you know it? Prada, Luna Black Rose. You could probably put an accent on it. Luna Black Rose. I am not doing that. I am not. Okay, so here's what it looks like. I'll quickly go over the design. I do not like the cap. I think it's low quality. I don't know if this is for every single Prada, because I got this from Gran Canaria. It better not be fake. I spend a good amount of money on it. But there you go. So it's nice and slick. I love the design. I think the atomizer could be better. It shouldn't spray because I've used it all. There you go. So there's nothing in it. Literally used it all. It's not very smooth. Oh, it sprayed. There you go. Oh, it smells so good. Almost a gourmet fragrance. Let me get into it. Okay. My room smells lovely now. The main accords. Amber, musky, woody, powdery, and vanilla. These are the top 10 scent profiles on Fragrantica, which people are most commonly agreed on. Now, I don't know about woody. It is very powdery. I can smell that amber and the vanilla. It smells a bit like food. It gives a warm campfire. Not really campfire, maybe like a warm cabin. Your breakfast is ready. It oozes amazing Christmassy vibes. Winter. Cold weather. Very good for cold weather. The top notes is bergamot. That is it. Middle notes, angelica and patchouli. Base notes, coumarin, amber and musk. Now, that might be a lot of information I've just piled onto you. I'm just going to go over what the notes mean. Okay. Now, trusty notepad. So, let's read together. Top notes are the first, lightest scent and smell when applying a cologne. So the first thing you smell when you're spraying the bottle is the top notes. It is designed to create an immediate impression. Middle notes are the main scents in a cologne that emerges after the top notes fade and provide the fragrance's core character. It's basically what the cologne is about. It's about the main attraction, almost. Base notes in cologne are the deep, rich and long-lasting scents that form the foundation of a fragrance. They provide longevity, add depth and warmth, and act as an anchor for the fragrance. Do you understand that? Hopefully you do. Now, onto the statistics of the Prada Luna is moderate and long lasting, and longevity is how long the fragrances last. So how long it performs for, basically. We've got Sillage. It's like your scent bubble. If I am correct, I'm pretty sure it is a scent bubble. So basically the aura around you, how close do I have to get to you to be able to smell your cologne? The Sillage of the fragrance is moderate. Most people voted moderate. The gender is male. Now, if a female wore this, I would not mind at all. It is a bit more masculine, but it's still a powdery sweet, almost gourmet once again. So it's not bad for a woman to wear this. I feel, that's my opinion. Price value is okay. So not overpriced. A okay price value. Okay. The fragrance it gets compared to the most is Midnight in Paris by Van Cleef and Amples. That could be so wrong. Van Cleef, I'll leave it like that. Prose is a beautiful creation. Now, they're not talking about the bottle. They're on about the aftershave, the smell, the ingredients is a beautiful creation. It's soft and powdery and good for fall and winter. I do agree. The cons are it's a very powdery scent. Now, my take on that, it is powdery, but that does not make it a con because you're buying a powdery scent. If you didn't have powdery scents, then what would you use for a powdery scent, if you understand what I'm saying? It's a linear fragrance with weak projection. I do sort of agree. When I'd wear it, I couldn't really smell it on myself. I maybe got one to two compliments made me think whether or not it was fake, because I didn't know if it was performing to the levels of a real Prada Linen Black Rose. So there you have it. But not a lot of people on the website actually agree with these cons. They don't agree. Now, the problem with Fragrance Cut is that people are biased. Humans are naturally biased. They buy these aftershaves and they don't want them to be bad, and maybe they're their favourite fragrances. So they just dislike all the cons and they like all the pros to make it seem like their fragrance is very good. I mean, in their opinion, it is very good, but you got to be non-biased sometimes. Okay. You've probably seen it. The second fragrance is Y Le Parfum by YSL YSL. Okay. The main accords of this beautiful, I love the black. I've gone for a black theme in this fragrance. Lovely black bottle, see. The main accords are aromatic, fresh, spicy, fresh, fruity, and herbal. It is lovely. I love the fragrance. Okay. Top notes are apple, aldehydes. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Aldehydes, grapefruit, and ginger. Now, the first thing I smell, instantly the apple, an appley fragrance, and I love that smell. I love fruity. I love citrus. I love citrus and fruity fragrances. It's very summery. Except for this isn't just for summer. I'd say middle notes are lavender, sage, and geranium. Maybe geranium. I think it's geranium. Base notes are tonka bean, cedar, oil banum. I haven't heard of that one before. When I was writing it down, I was rather confused. And patchouli. that's fair. I'd say good 6 hours. 6 hours, maybe 8 hours, depending on how the cologne reacts to your skin. You know, it performs different for other people, and maybe the weather as well has a good effect on it. The sillage is moderate, which isn't bad. You know, sometimes having a smaller sillage is a better thing, you know. You don't always want to be overpowering, like the Sauvage Elixir. That is a very overpowering one. And the gender is male. Now this is definitely more masculine than the Luna Black Rose by Prada. I would say in my opinion. And the price is okay. Now, is it designer fragrance? Is it designer fragrance? A lot of the time you're paying for the name compared to the niche fragrances when you're actually paying for the cologne itself. The cologne it gets compared to the most is Eau de Parfum, Y Eau de Parfum by YSL, so it's just the same DNA. It's the same DNA, which is why it would get compared to another fragrance by its own company. So we've got some pros here. The pros are great for day or night wear. Great for day or night wear. I agree. It's a bit mature. It would be nice to go on a date with because it's not too overpowering, but it's a bit casual as well. A nice, just friendly fragrance. A friendly fragrance. Is well made and elegant. Amazing scent trail. I agree. Everyone agrees with it on Fragrantica. There was no controversy. Cons is a slight synthetic smell with not suitable for all tastes, and it is derivative and overpriced compared to other fragrances. Now, a lot of people disagreed with these, and I know why, and I see why. I'd say saying it's not suitable for all tastes. I don't think there's a single fragrance out there that is suitable for all tastes. You know, there's very popular fragrances. You know, you got the Sauvage and Bleu de Chanel, but I feel as if saying it's not suitable for all tastes is actually a good thing. You know, it's nice to be not so much even unique, but it's different. Not a bad thing. But other than that, a slight synthetic smell. I don't agree either, but everyone gets a different bottle. It could be different for everyone. For the next fragrance, you guessed it. No, you didn't. Bleu de Chanel. Disclaimer. The Bleu de Chanel I'm about to tell you about is the Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. The EDP. Eau de Parfum. This is the EDT. If it was a EDP, it would be written at the bottom there. But pay it no mind. It is all okay. The main accords for the Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum is citrus, amber, woody, fresh, spicy, and aromatic. The top notes contain grapefruit, lemon, mint, and bergamot. Middle notes contain ginger, jasmine, nutmeg, and melon, and the base notes contain incense, amber, cedar, sandalwood, patchouli, amberwood, and labdanum. I do not know. Forgive me if I'm butchering the pronunciations. Forgive me. Moving on, we've got the longevity, which is moderate to long lasting. I'd say for cloves, it is factual. Long lasting, you know, you're going to smell it on your clothes for over 8 hours. You know, I mean, for clothes, I feel that's quite basic. If you're spraying on your clothes, it will probably last actually days. It won't project, but the smell will still be there. The sillage is moderate, the gender is male, and the price value is okay to overpriced. Bleu de Chanel is a very popular but generic fragrance, which isn't a bad thing. Like I said, a lot of people like it. How can it be a bad thing? It's if you don't want to stand up but still smell lovely, amazing fragrance. So overpriced, yes, because at the end of the day, you're paying for the designer name. But then again, you're paying for the designer name. You know, you got a Bleu de Chanel, you got a Chanel, you got a Chanel fragrance, and it might matter to you at the end of the day, so that's fine. The cologne it gets compared to the most, which isn't another version of itself, because it gets compared to other versions of Bleu de Chanel the most, is Club de Nuit Bleu, Club de Nuit Bleu by Iconic Armaf. The pros are it's superb for cold and warm weather, day or night, work or play. And basically they're saying that it's a very versatile fragrance. It is very versatile, which is a amazing fragrance. An amazing perk for having for a fragrance. It's a great fragrance for those not fully into fragrances and want something versatile. Once again, it's a beginner fragrance. Maybe a bit overpriced for a beginner fragrance, but it is Chanel at the end of the day. It's a popular fragrance, widely available. It is available in mostly every fragrance shop you go in, probably even in Boots or whatever you have in America. In the UK we have Boots. It will be available in there, the fragrance shop, the perfume shop. It is widely available. And the cons, not everyone can smell the masterpiece that is Bleu de Chanel. Okay. It is unappealing and generic for some people, and it does not live up to the expectations. I feel like that's a lie. The expectations aren't like drastically high. I think they live up to the expectations. It is nice, generic, it's popular, it's a safe fragrance, it's not a bad fragrance at all. Not a lot of people agree with those cons. Once again, could be biased, take it with a grain of salt. Up next, we have Gentleman by Givenchy EDP, Eau de Parfum. The main accords are warm, spicy, vanilla, amber, powdery, and iris. I feel like a lot of people don't like iris. I feel like it's a controversial accord, like a scent. I just know not a lot of people like it sometimes. The top notes are black pepper, lavender, and bergamot. The middle notes are orris, cloves, and cinnamon, with the base notes containing black vanilla husk, tolu balsam, tonka bean, and benzoin and patchouli. I've never heard of benzoin. Sounds okay. The longevity is long lasting. The sillage is moderate and strong. The gender is male, and the price value is okay. And the cologne it gets compared to the most is Valentino Uomo Intense, which I actually have here. I'm not going to talk about it, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like in case you are curious. There you go, another beautiful bottle, very nice and scratchy. The pros are good performance and luxurious without being obnoxious. It is similar to the Dior Homme line, but more modern with less iris and lipstick-like scent. Now, I have never had the Dior Homme line, so I cannot give you my opinion on that. But I will say it's a bit odd. I don't know what they mean by the lipstick-like scent, because I haven't smelled lipstick either. parts because I collect fragrances, so even if it's bad, it's good to have just for experience. And I'm lazy. I don't want to go out to the shop, but you need to go out to the shop and see if you actually like it. The cons, a bit odd. The cons are it's misjudged as similar to Dior line despite being different. So the cons are that it isn't like Dior. They're fighting in the pros and cons. They're fighting. The fans are fighting. It's heavy and causes headaches for some wearers once again. Okay, so why? I'll tell you why now. It's a hotter, a spicier fragrance, which is why it's going to last longer. It will last longer because it's hotter. It has got warmer fragrances, warmer notes, it's spicy. That's also why it's heavier. It will perform better. Its CH is bigger. It can cause headaches. It depends on who's wearing it, and it isn't necessarily like a bad thing, just a bad experience. Maybe you won't wear it again after that, but there's not much you can do. It's still a good fragrance nonetheless. Well then, that is it. That is it for the Cologne collection. If you want a part 2, let me know. If there's anything I did wrong or anything that you don't agree with, let me know. Any tips, any constructive criticism, let me know. Thank you, and good night. Sleep well.